Cue the death montage. Okay, now we're gonna beat him for real. Hey guys, my name is the Bat V2, and tonight we're taking a look at one of the bosses of Hollow Knight. The first boss that you will come across, if you're not super unlucky like I was, the False Knight. And some of the different patterns he has, some of the different attacks that he has, and the different ways that you can beat him. So we're going to jump right into the game. We're starting right here in Dirtmouth. So the first thing we're going to talk about is how to get to the False Knight. So just so you guys can see, I just started this game file, so I could be at the same place that you would be. I still have the old nail, I have only focus, I have no abilities. I do have one charm, but you're able to get that before you get to Dirtmouth. And I will show you guys how to do that in a later video, some of the different secrets of Hallownest. But we're going to equip this charm, because charms are great. This one allows me to, when I'm at 1 heart, I do double damage. So we jump down the well, and we're immediately going to take a left. We're just going to kind of walk all the way through here, just kind of like dodging everything. It is kind of useful to be collecting some geo right now, because we will run into the map maker before we get there. If you have not done that already, then it's super useful to have. I believe this one costs 30 geo, which we're just going to grab some extra geo real fast. So we have 30 geo. And right here is where you meet the map maker if you haven't already, and you can come down here, you can buy maps. So I'm going to buy one and show you guys where we're at, and it costs 30 geo. So you can get that through multiple different things. There's a few geocaches up there that allows you to look at the map. Currently we are down in where you can see Cornifer's face. That's his face. This is Cornifer. So we dropped down from Dirtmouth, we walked to the left, we fell down that big hole with the 4 horizontal lines, and now we're in the chamber with the man's face on it. We're just going to keep going down, and this time we're going to go to the right. Now right here we're actually going to come into our first quote-unquote boss fight of the entire game. I really wouldn't consider it a boss fight, but you have to complete it to get out of this room. And it's just fighting these aphids. They're just some simple enemies. They do have somewhat of an annoying attack. They target right where you're at, so you just have to be a little bit careful. But they take 3 hits. They're super simple. And in the case that you got hit a fair amount, you can actually come upstairs, and right here there is a hot spring. Now hot springs are super nice. They fill up your hearts. They also fill up your soul. And then there is a bench for a save point, so you can come back right there in case you end up dying somewhere in the next area. That's a super great place for a bench to go. Anywho, we're going to drop down. We're going to keep going to the right. Now just we want to stay up here. There's some geo down there if you need some geo. Just kind of hop through here. Just kind of take it carefully. Just kind of dodge everything. And then we just walk right through that room. Simple, easy, no issue. Getting to this boss is the easiest part of the fight. Again, just walk straight through the room. Watch out for the golems. Coolest part about the golems is they actually damage the other creatures. Now, if you watched my other video about down pogoing, this right here is actually where it becomes super useful. You can down pogo on the golems, and so if you're gonna fall, you can always just smack on him. And here, then we're going to come up here towards what's called the Stag Station. That's what that symbol is telling us. And if you'd like to, you can walk in here. There's a nice bench. This is real close. This is the closest bench, so I recommend sitting on it. And then you can buy the Stag Station. I don't have enough geo, but if you save up another 30 geo, so you would need 80 geo to buy both the map and the Stag Station, it gives you a fast travel point you can come back to from Dirtmouth or anywhere else later in the game, but it is super useful to getting into the game. Anywho, right here, I recommend staying up. There's a big guy down there. He does 2 masks of damage per hit. He's kind of hard, and you don't have to fight him. So just jump right over his head, just kind of ignore him that he's there. These guys, you just kind of just want to dodge them. Just kind of walk through there, hit whatever's necessary so that you don't get hit, if that makes sense. So now we're in the boss chamber. You can see as we walk all the way across, we're locked in here, but the boss isn't down in the bottom. You actually have to climb up this side, all the way to the top, and this is the boss fight room. It's got a few basic enemies in it, but it locks us in here. And right here, we meet the False Knight. Now we're going to talk about his different attack patterns real fast. He has 4 different attack patterns. His first attack pattern, he's going to jump away from you. And in that attack, while he seems like he's clearing the area, he may reach his hammer back. He's got a big sledgehammer, and he's going to slam it at the ground, and it's going to shoot a shockwave across the ground. You can get hit by the hammer, you can get hit by his body, and you can get hit by that shockwave. All 3 of those are deadly. They do 1 heart of damage. If you're in stages 2 and 3 of his fight, it will also drop a number of rocks from the ceiling. They're orange balls, and so the easiest way to dodge this one is just walk away from him. As the rocks fall out of the sky, just kind of dodge the rocks and jump over the shockwave. It's very simple, very easy. Just remember, if he jumps away from you, walk away from him. Pattern number 2. He's going to jump towards you. And whether his hammer is in his arms or it's above his head, depends on what he's doing. If it's in his arms, he's just jumping around the arena. He's just trying to move to a better position. If his hammer is above his head, he's going to come try and slam it on you, and it's going to be exactly where you were at. The easiest way to beat this move is to actually move towards him, because he's landing exactly where you were, and so you just kind of walk out of the way, and he'll land right here, and then you just turn and you give him a couple smacks, and it gives you a few free hits. You don't take any damage, and that's that attack. Now his third attack happens in a very specific timing. It'll happen 3 times during each time you fight him. When you knock him down, when you've dealt enough damage to knock him down, you smack his face a couple times, he's going to jump to the middle of the arena, and he's going to slam his hammer back and forth multiple times, and it's going to cause rocks to fall out of the ceiling. For this, you do not need to try to get any hits in. Just kind of stand off to the side, get in a quick kill if you can, but always keep an eye on the ceiling to make sure none of the rocks are going to hit you. So those are his 3 attacks. So now I'm going to show you how we do this. Okay, so he jumped away from us, so we just kind of want to walk away from him. He's going to do a ground slam, we just kind of jump over it. Simple. He came at us, so his sword is swinging. That time his mace stayed level. Again, he's swinging his sword above his head. We walk towards him, he jumps away from us, we walk away from him. And then here's the third attack pattern after you've smacked him a couple times. Right now, you have time to heal. He's going to drop rocks out of the ceiling. You just kind of want to watch out for the rocks. Again, jumps away from us. He's going to slam the ground. Jumps away from us. He's going to slam the ground. You can kind of stay close to him, but not too close. You want to stay out of that hammer range. And again, play this. Kind of try to just... If you don't feel like you can get an attack in, just kind of stand back. And it's better to make the boss fight last a little longer than it is to fight him like it's needed. You'll be okay if you have to stand back a few times. Again, he's going to attack like this. Here's a little secret. You can smack his rocks at him, and it does some damage. Not a lot, but some damage. If that helps you out at all. Now every time he slams the ground, rocks fall out of the sky, so you have to just kind of watch out for him. Protect yourself. And just kind of, if he's jumping up towards you, again, walk towards him. He jumps away from you, he's going to slam the ground, just kind of avoid him. And you can smack his rocks towards him. Now, you hit him a few times. Once you hit him the 3rd time, he's going to go to the center of the room, he's going to slam back and forth. Watch out for rocks from the ceiling. And then he's going to fall all the way to the ground. So then we just jump after him. You can bounce on his head. Practice your down pogoing skills. And just like that, you've beaten the False Knight. And from him, you get the City Crest, which is super useful for the later on in the game. And he drops a huge bucket of Geo that is super great for buying stag stations early in the game. Now you can walk this way, you need the Shaman's Stone, but that is how you beat the False Knight. And you can see his hammer kind of walks away from us there. Anywho guys, thank you guys so much for coming and watching this tutorial. I hope it helped. If it did, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I will be posting more videos on how to defeat certain bosses from certain games. Right now I'm working through Hollow Knight, but we may be doing some other games later on in the future, per request. If you guys want to come see me play Hollow Knight or some other games live, you can come follow me on Twitch at twitch.tv/thebatv2. Link will be in the description below. If you have a boss that you're really struggling with and you need some help with him, I will take that time and come look him up. But come hit me up in Discord for that. There's a link for that down below. You can ask. There's a suggestions section down there, and a help section, and anyone on there is willing to help you out with these games. And of course, have a wonderful evening. Bye bye.